Everybody, I am back with a checkup or a check-in on Zac. We're going to see the energies around him and see what's going on right now. Overall, I got this successful feeling. It's all about success. It's all about reaching goals. It's all about reaching new height. He is he has really went in to come out. He just went through so many different transitions. He's offering to himself. He's taking care of himself. I don't know why that's so important, but that's just what I feel. Offering to himself. Focusing on the things he don't like about himself. Being fair to himself. Making changes for himself. Cutting off bad behaviors. Cutting off unhealthy behaviors. He's trying to cancel chapters from before. He is trying to make a new start. He's fighting for his life. He's trying to love himself. Yeah. He's trying to do a new thing. He wants to create a whole new identity of himself. He wants to do something new. Let's see what that is. What do you want to create? He wants to create change in his life. He never wants to be the same again. He is on a spiritual journey out this world. He's working. He's working in a big way. He's trying to change himself. He's trying to become a whole new person. He don't want to be whoever he was and whatever he was known for. He don't want us to know him like that. He is trying to cut off his past and become a whole new person, changed. But it doesn't work like that. And I think that's why he has friction in between. You got to embrace the old and make it new. But if you cut off that part of yourself, you know what you're cutting off? The lesson. The lesson, the wisdom, the understanding. You're cutting off your own story. Good, bad, or ugly, that's your story. And that's why he had difficulties. Because if you're going to become something new, then where is your youth? Where is your past? Where? You want to create a new resume, a new life. I just saw Upload. It's this little show on Netflix I just saw. Upload. He want to do that. He want to create a whole new life. Very serious about it too. Very thoughtful, careful in everything that he do. He got some big stuff coming up, some shifts coming up. Yeah. He may be even dealing with water signs right now in a heavy way. Let's see. Yeah. Why do he find himself sailing like it's just waves, pushing him back and forth? Old man, new man, new man, old man, old man, new man. There's a deceiving spirit in this behavior. Definitely is. He's fighting for success. He wants to be successful. But I think his success is going to come in just being himself. He's trying to be something that he's not. It's like he don't want to accept his entire life from beginning, middle, and today. He don't want to accept that whole thing. He wants to be successful in another way. He wants to be successful as another person. But that's not it. He has to accept his whole self. He may even have issues with a water sign that could be deceiving him, lying to him. Very possible. Let's see what's his biggest conflict right now. The story is actually repeating itself. I'm trying to become a better person, but I keep going back to being an old person. And I don't want to have any connection to my old self. I just want to be successful. His success is actually in being whole. But let's see his biggest conflict. What is your biggest conflict? What is your biggest conflict? That he can't see which way to go. That's one thing. He can't see which way to go. He doesn't know his own road. Being blind to his own road in life. Not being able to understand himself. His biggest conflict. Not letting go of something. Not accepting that he can't return back to the past to fix things. Not accepting that he must move forward and stop fighting with himself. And then he can be successful. So it's something that he does not need to go back to, that he just needs to accept it. Maybe he don't need to go back to this fire sign, and he just needs to accept that. It's something that you can't go back to. You can't go back to your old self. You can't go back to old victories. You're not that person anymore. He acting like he has a midlife crisis. Like he want to be on top like he used to be. He want to be the victorious person he used to be. He wants to cut out parts of himself and throw it in the garbage from the past. But he want to keep the victories. He want the victories. He want the fame. He want the popularity. He wants that ego stroke. But he does not want other parts. It's like he's a scientist. So you can't go back to what you used to be. You probably can't go back to those old victories, but you can create a new one. Why do he feel like he's all washed up? He sees himself as being done, washed up. He want to go back to the old victories. Possibly he could want to go back to a Sagittarius. Possible. You can't go back to your old self. You can't go back to the old victories. You gotta have patience with yourself. You gotta have self-control. You have to own who you are today. You gotta get away from those thoughts. He needs to move forward. He needs to get away from that old 10 of cups that he used to have. He gotta create a 10 of cups for today. It's almost like the things that he won, the things that he was successful in, the victories, the clout that he had, whatever he had, family, partnerships, whatever that was that made him happy in the past, he want that back today. I don't know where he lost it. Why come it still doesn't exist? His biggest conflict is trying to go back to old victories. And he needs to move forward, but he doesn't want to. This is like the person that hate their life because they get old. Like, you gotta get old. And it's bothering him. That's a conflict. This is all about the way he sees himself. He beats up on himself. You're not successful. You're not good enough. You're not what you used to be. Remember that. Remember. So I'm going to transition myself into a whole new person. Still desiring to have old victories. Still desiring to go back to my old self. For some reason, he's having a hard time connecting to this life. Let's see how he looks when it comes to love. Love messages. Love messages. Love. Love. One more time. Okay. Yeah. There's some changes coming up in love. Sure is. There's some disconnect coming when it comes to love. If he's dating someone right now, they got a little breakup right here. They got a little separation. They got some type of disconnect. He doesn't want to leave his partner. But something happens in love. It's a big change that happened. Possible Taurus, possible Scorpio. Let's see. What happens? What happens in love? He's already trying to change his personal self like every other hour. And then the relationship is going to actually change on his own. What changes? He loses steam. Maybe because he focuses on himself so much. This addiction to fix himself, to reconstruct himself. What's the changes? Possible third party. Possible. Got a disconnect here. Loss of passion. I don't believe it's true if it's on his part. His issues is within himself. This is another moment. I just kind of foreseen something, but it may be possible that when he works, it really brings out the worst in him. Could be possible. The ego comes in that big, he's that puffed up, he's that on top of the world when he works, that it affects his relationships. Yeah, I got a possible breakup here. Yeah, I really do. It's almost like he don't get the big head. He is definitely wavering back and forth, back and forth. He doesn't want to leave the partner or leave someone he loves. Let's see. Feels like he's about to have a breakup here. Definitely. Got a fire sign that's a problem and a possible water sign that he breaks up with. That's what it feels like. Okay. Let's see what's next for him. What energy is coming up? What energies is coming up? I don't like this. Some of the moments inside of his energies, I didn't care for. But this is how he moves. Doesn't have a lot of feelings. Majority of the feelings that he has is just towards himself. His feelings stay in. They don't go out. Kind of felt uncomfortable. Yeah. What's next? Exposure. Most of it feels like love. Some things is about to be released. Old behaviors, bad behaviors, unhealthy behaviors, you're about to release it. We're not supporting you anymore with a certain situation. We're going to break you off of it. We're going to take you away from it. Let's see. What is that? What's being broken? What's being released? Why does it feel like he starts a job for 7 days and then they say, you know what? We're pulling the plug. We're not going to We're not going to lay brick anymore. What's being released? He could be being released in a relationship or in work. He could be being released, not even knowing it's going to happen. That would throw him off. He's releasing some bad behaviors. He's releasing some unhealthy behaviors, or he is being released himself. He could be releasing a water sign. Very, very possible. He's about to do a release. He's about to separate or release something, or have no choice but to release something. Let me check this water sign again. Wow. Yeah. I got the water sign and the Taurus again. Okay. So we're getting the same cards again. So let's stop. There's no growth in it. So here we go. Here's my summary. Zac has been trying to heal physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, all types of ways. He's really been trying to heal himself and get help and heal. So much so that now he's trying to transition into a new person. He wants to leave the old person behind and become totally new, respected, accepted, popular. He wants that energy back in a big way. He misses it. He kind of beats up on himself because of some of this regret, I'll say. Bad decisions in the past. Yeah, but the biggest conflict is he needs to understand that he cannot go back and get old victories. That victory was for that season, and you must create one now. He needs to create new victories, and he's having a struggle with doing that. Now, when it comes to love, I see a separation there. I see some type of exposure. I see some type of change, shift, disconnect. But at the same time, he has this kind of like an ego. If he's entering in something new right now, it could really be causing him to have an ego that end up falling away later. So something he's about to do or doing that causes him to shift his behavior. His behavior shifts and affects his love life. Yeah. He has a tower. Out the blue, he's no longer going to be able to do something anymore. And I think that's going to be kind of a setback emotionally. Yeah. So that's what I have for him. Maybe he's leaving the house too soon. Maybe he's leaving the regular schedule too soon. Maybe he's starting something new a little bit too soon, a little bit too fast compared to how much he has healed. Okay? Alrighty, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.